Have you ever wanted to display your data using a different time period, like a week or a month? Well, in this video, I'll show you why date tables are important for your model in this Data Management Basics for Power BI video, so stay tuned. If you're just finding my videos for the first time, make sure you hit like and subscribe below to be notified of future content. So this is something I started doing really early on when I was working with Power BI, was including a date table within my Power BI model. So a date table is a table that just contains dates, just what it says on the box. The date table is great for helping to filter across different data sources or different data types. So for example here, I have my date table which I've just created using a calendar to find the first date in my load data table and the last date. So I've just set a whole column of dates that you can use and add to your model. And this way we can then link a relationship between our date from our date table and the date from our load data. If we also had things like testing or wellness, we can use the same date from the date table to filter across those as well. Now normally, or in the past, I've used just the date, but in this video I've also added a week of the year. That's just using a week number column created just in Power BI itself, and then I've also created a column which is called just start of the week to find the minimum value of the week. So now we have our date values here in our model here, we've got them linked and nothing else is linked, but what you'll see is you can use these values to then visualize your data as well. So we're using our relative date visuals from last time, so you can see that data goes back in time. If we just copy this down one, and then if we turn off the interactions, what we can do now is let's change the date on here to being, let's start with just the week of the year. And so you can see there now you've already got your data aggregated towards the week of the year. If you wanted to see the date at the start of the week, you can add that. We'll change that to just start of week. And then we go, we've got our data again shown as the summary of the week over time. Let's remove summarize, and let's change our data source to anything else. Let's just use HSR distance here, and you can see the values perfectly there. The one thing that this might cause problems with is any kind of measure that you have looking at 7-day values. So these kinds of measures are looking at specific dates, so using them here may cause an issue and they may not be accurate. That's just something to consider when you're looking at this information. But there we have a really simple use of a date table and how we can view different time periods using that. If we were to include a year or monthly into our date table as well, we could then summarize by that as well. But in this scenario, and sports science specifically, the use of week to week or just weekly accumulations of load is highly important and sometimes incredibly useful to use and look at over time. If you found this video useful, make sure you hit like and subscribe below. Otherwise, keep a lookout for the next time we talk data management basics for Power BI. Thank you.